I posted this video for people to have a proper knowledge about what I'm going to say. Whenever we are talking about Africa, should wake up. It's because some of us who are privileged to see what is happening, what they are planning ahead of Africa. That is why they have studied Africa to a certain stage. They have been taking their time to research why the genotype of Africa is 9. What are they going to do? They have sent different food, different chemical to make sure that it affects the life of Africans. But they have never succeeded because they can't be able to discover what to use to affect our genotype. I want every African who are listening to me, and I know those people that they are listening to me, they are the set of people that God is going to use to restore the glory of Africa continent back. If you are a pioneer, you are among the people that God chooses to restore the glory of this continent. I will keep on saying what will make you understand what is in your hand and for you to have a proper idea how to make uses of it at the right time. I have been talking about the kind of education they are giving our Africans, which is not encouraging. The stage of every human being, our brain asks every stage for everything. The brain of Africa is really active and very concentrated between the age of 2 years to 15 years. If we are giving our youths, our kids in Africa, a technology education, this is going to change the continent of Africa. If we can stop giving our children, A for apple education, B for ball. If we can stop this, we are going to get things right. And a lot of people, they have been collecting professor, collecting different title. Some of them, when they put the suit, they sound like they look like monkey. They believe they have the best grammar in their mouth because they are working with Western world idea. They will be giving knowledge, and that is one of the reasons why I totally agree with our father Fela Anikulapo by saying that VIP, vagabond in power. The set of vagabond in power, they have submitted and they have nothing to think about than to be obeyed over everything that comes from Western world. They don't have decision on their own. Every other continent, they can be laughing at Africa because we don't get things right. And this digital generation, we are going to get things right. These people have been planning a lot about Africa genotype. What are they going to do? They have sent difference. Coronavirus, everything, Ebola, different kind of sickness. Thinking is going to affect the continent of Africa. But the thing is affecting them more and more. More and more. About the continent of Africa. Because our Creator is always at our side. So now, they think about the food we are eating because it has been their problem for so many years, many decades, that why Africa is almost more stronger than any other continent in the world. They consider about the food we are eating, thinking that it is the food that is energizes us, thinking that this is what the kind of food we are eating in Africa that is giving us strength. They are planning how to make sure that they get through Africa throughout this processing of food. That is why they bring this GMO. This GMO now, a lot of Africans with poor mentality, They will be campaign for them that GMO should be the best product. GMO should be the one to be used. GMO should be the best. People with short-sightedness, they don't have proper sense of reasoning. You are not going to see China in Africa. You are not going to see European in Africa. You are only going to see Africa to be marketing dangerous things for their people. That is why they are always looking for monkey that they are going to use to spread different diseases to the continent of Africa. This GMO, a lot of people doesn't know the implication of it. And that is why we have to talk about it, so that pioneer, by the time you are releasing from this camp, you'll be able to know the area to focus on what you are doing. You see, the meaning of this GMO, if they give you corn or maize to plant, which is GMO product, when you plant it, it will look robust, have a lot of fruits. But the most funny part of it, whatever you harvest out of the corn, you cannot replant it again. Like the same our organic crops that we can harvest and keep some for next year to plant it and eat some more and sell some certain portion. But what they are doing here on this GMO, all these things is totally, I don't know what I'm going to say, because it's corrupted. If you take their product and you plant it this year, it will give you a lot of good products, but you cannot replant it next year. You cannot keep a portion to replant it in the next year. And the soil that you plant this GMO product, when you are trying to bring your own local organic product to that the same soil next year, it's not going to grow up again. It's going to corrupt that soil. So they want all these things to be spread across Africa so that they can use their GMO product to weaken our genotype in Africa. So that whenever they are sending their chemical, it will easily attack us. These are the plan they have. Their major plan now is not to enslave Africa, but is to wipe Africa out of planet so that they can inherit our land. They can inherit our mineral resources. That is their evil and demonic planning. That is what they are trying to do. So now, a lot when you see an African marketing GMO product for you, you people should set him on fire. It's a demon. Because when you don't have money, when time coming, the way they are going to engage Africa in hunger, the strategy they are going to apply in years coming, they will be selling the product for you cheaply. They will selling the product for you cheaply, and as they are selling the product for you cheaply, you purchasing it. When you have using the product to corrupt all your soil, finish, you don't have any option. They will now increase the price of the product, and every year that you are farming another one, you must go and purchase the crops to plant in your farm. If you don't purchase from there, there is nowhere you are going to get products to plant on your farm again, because they have made sure that all of our organic crops, they have corrupted our land, and our organic product can never germinate on the same soil again. So when they are setting not to allow us to have access to food, within 3 years they can just cease. They will not give us access to have access to the GMO product. Before you know what is happening, when we don't have access to GMO product, before you know what is happening, hunger begin kill our people because they will not have access to food. These are the danger ahead of Africans. And these are the reason why pioneers in Africa must unite to understand all this. So the moment you get this power of financial revolution, there is nothing they can do, because Dr. Nicholas and the entire core team, They are not working with demon. They are working with their creator. So nobody have power to control it. So when you see that Doris, when it's organized a kangaroo conference, I know it's not going to work, because Dr. Nicholas and entire core team, nobody can control them until they see the right thing to be done on planet before they kick on the open-minded. And before open-minded can take place, pioneer must make uses of it for some certain period of time to understand how the system. So that is one thing I want everybody, those of you who are putting hope and desperate of open-minded. Open-minded is not what Africa pioneer should have been desperate on. The best thing is to make sure that we are saving a lot of people. People should join. If it is 2 or 3 coins they can be able to achieve, it will save them. Those are the area. So the moment we have this power of financial revolution, let us go into agriculture and let us embrace our organic products. We shouldn't allow GMO to occupy, because I know some of us, because of the poor mentality they have imposed on them through the Western education that doesn't allow them to have a proper thinking, they will begin embrace the GMO product without knowing that they have started destroying the soil of the land, and none of our organic product is going to germinate there again. So these are the plans to engage Africa in a dangerous hunger. These people, some people, maybe I have talked about the Kunta Kinte today. If they have never watched a lot of film about Africa, they will be able to learn from that film and can see if this film can be produced like this, what will be really happen at that period. That means a lot of evil things has happened before they can make a film out. So that is for you to understand that for Western world to engage you in hungry and for you people to die and take over your property is nothing to them. It is a plan. They are plan ahead. So every one of us in Africa, we must understand this. And why I am talking to you, pioneer, is because you are the set of people that God has raised to save the continent. But some of you are privileged by grace. Some favor allocate you. But any one of you in Africa continent, you have the privilege of this Pi network, but you are misusing the power. You will not stay long to enjoying it. If you are already privileged, but you are using it to destroy other people's life to build your own, you will not stay long to enjoy it. Those of you that you are scam people, you think after this you will come and enjoy, you will not be alive to witness the glory. So those things has already confirmed. So it is now left for you, pioneer, to know the department you belong to and know the kind of farm the kind of crops you are planting in your farm. So whatever thing you contribute, either good or bad, to development of Pi network, that is the crop you plant in your own farm. So if you are doing evil, be expecting the hours of harvest. If you are doing good, be expecting the hours of harvest. Everybody will definitely take his or her reward. So we should understand this. So I encourage every pioneer of Africa, the knowledge you acquire on the GCV, let it have impact in your various community. Sensitize your people why they should not promote all this GMO. A lot of morons, set of people who doesn't know what we are doing, they will say, is this part of Pi network? It is not their fault. They are foolish. They don't understand the meaning of financial revolution. And one of those things that they are using to destroy Africa, when they discover, they will now be, when others are organized their project, they will now be looking for agents in Africa to help them market their product. This one will say, I am working for Map of Pi. This one will say, I'm working for 5 years. I'm working. They will not like for them to concentrate on the main purpose of that project, just to cause confusion. Because all of them, they are doing power tussle. They don't want to concentrate that the fusion of Africa is very, very important. More than all those rubbish that all of them are working for. At the end of the day, every one of us will make uses. Everybody who are not even pioneer. It is people that come late that will make uses of all those application utility building for Pi. Those people who doesn't have privilege to mine. So at this period, every one of us must take our time to understand what this project is all about. the problem of your community, the problem of your country, the problem of your state, the problem of your town, of your community, you are the one know it. I am not the one. I understand the problem of my own community. So I am going to attend to the problem of my community. You are going to attend to the problem of your community. But without you understand all this, you will not take it serious that you need to fight for your future. You need to fight for your old age. So please, the Western education, we must eradicate it in the continent of Africa. We must eradicate it. That is why we are not going to allow a vagabond in power in Africa. We are going to allow pioneers who have sense, who have understanding, to use the power of financial revolution to take the power of political, to take the position of political power, so that they can put them together to restore the glory of Africa. All these things will be done by me and you. So every one of us, we must get ready to understand that the real battle has not started and the real work has not started. We are still at the camp receiving lecture on how to make uses of this financial revolution. I know a lot of pioneers have not even touched money before. A lot of them have not even seen millions before. So, and I know a lot of things is still going to happen when they are having access to that. All these things we are telling you is for you to prepare yourself, so that if you know that you already have more than 10 coins of pie, your reasoning should not be like grasshopper. You should not reason like locust. You reason like human being and understand. So that it's not that you will have 10 pie, 20 pie, 40 pie, and you will be hairdresser and you will be thinking how to set up with a hairdresser and be doing hair for people again. No. You can decide, you can be planning how to have a factory for the weavon and other things. I always used to say this is for you people to understand what is in your hand. The grace has found you. The grace has located you. Don't allow character to chase you. Never allow character to chase you out of the system. So every one of us, we must understand this. Please, let's enlighten our people. The knowledge you acquire on GCV is for you to make uses of it in your various community. In Zimbabwe, this GMO product, it has gone far there. Kenya also, they have gone in those areas, and I have talked about these people. The different planning they have to target different location in Africa is different. So we must not allow these people to destroy our future and the future of our coming generation. So we must use this opportunity to fight. It is already stated that some generation caused this problem. Yes, the prophecy has said another generation is going to rise up to save the Africa. Now that you are being the chosen one to do this, I believe you will not disappoint your creator. So let every one of us understand this. So if we give our people a proper knowledge, it will not easy for a Western world or China or any other continent to attack Africa. We will go with one voice. All we are saying now, we are not fighting for any power. We are not fighting any political. I never ask anybody to give me any honor or to do anything. But for we to understand the power of financial revolution, is you that you know the problem of your environment. Make uses of the financial revolution to correct the mistake of your environment. Likewise me, likewise other pioneer. And we can get through all this through the power of unity. That is why we call for the unity of Africa. So wherever you are hearing me, if your country is not yet on the system, go and do something about that. You can lead them. Lead your people. Things is not like this when we begin do our evangelism to reach other countries in Africa. Those of us who started this journey, they will be able to know what we pass through. So the journey has already opened for everybody now. So we must work hard to make sure that we save our dear continent, and we must stop. And one of the main reasons why Africa are not good in technologies like that is because they deceive us with the kind of education. The age of 2 years, 3 years to 20 years to 20, 30 years that can be useful for us to be good in technology, they will use it to teach us A for apple, B for ball, teach us some nonsense in the school that doesn't have meaning, and collect huge amount of money from our parents. And our people are still in that set of that useless A country where they are asking for millions of naira for school fees, and there is no department where those students are going to work that is going to provide them a salary of 2 million of naira unless they invest money. How can somebody train his child for school with huge amount of money and you expect such child to get work without investing money? Those are the area of corruption penetrates to the continent of Africa. Throughout the Western education, we must unite together to stop all this rubbish. At the kindergarten age, let our children begin acquire more knowledge about technologies. Let them acquire more knowledge about military. Let them acquire more knowledge about creative idea. All these things is going to help our dear continent. These are the areas we need to focus. I know a lot of useless moron will still come that is not a part of Pi Network. I know they are animal. They have been brainwashed. But you that you have not brainwashed, you'll be able to know if you don't fight for your future, then the money you gather, the wealth you acquire, you will now spend it in frustration. It will never be our portion. Let every one of us understand what we are doing so that we have a strong planning to achieve what will help our continent to be grow. Thank you very much. And don't forget, at this period, beware of different link you are click. Thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate you and I remain your humble son, Prince Charles.